Not at all, go ahead.
And Ouroborous, you would need to know how to construct the right ritual. It is not a spell, but more so of a cultish thing. I believe that such information would be known by a few key people in the inner circle of the Emperor's court in the Imperium.
You wouldn't know it?
I do not know. I know of the ritual. I do not know the ritual.
Right, so...
I have never encountered an Ouroborous before, but if I add maybe some of its body or blood, it could be used. The problem with its blood is that its blood can turn you into snake, which go back to the Ouroborous, I think.
Right, we heard the same thing.
As much of the blood as you can get, the better chances for, experimentation.
Okay, well,
The Ouroborous will not like you collecting its blood.
oh, we're familiar with that. How long would its blood last? How long will it last? Like, can we freeze it, or...
You may want to find some way to magically preserve the blood, but I trust that if Ukher is a good enough alchemist, he will know how to keep his spell component fresh.
Right. Thing is,
it is a great and powerful beast. Its blood may very well never rot.
We could use this to bring you back.
I do not think that you should use such powerful things wasted upon me. I have resigned myself to my fate. I see this as proper punishment for all the bad things that my other half did. Point to Tinker. Oh shit, wait.
Oh, damn it, Tinker, you crazy. Well, I mean, it was your other half that did it. It wasn't you. So we're hopefully going to bring Oberon back with it, and hopefully, if we can get enough, we can bring you back as well.
The personal library of the Undying Emperor is probably the most is probably one of the greatest libraries that there ever was and ever will be. At least on this side of the multiverse.
Do you know where it is on the what world he's on? The library?
No. Nobody knows. It is not on a world, if that makes sense.
Right, probably its own pocket dimension.
The Undying Emperor does have a palace, but I do not think that the Undying Emperor actually lives in such palace. I think he just goes there to put in good face whenever he is seen. But I do not even know the men who would actually see the Emperor. I have never seen him. I am not important enough.
Perhaps the royal family, then?
Oh, the royal family is very big.
Oh. Alright.
And you will find all of the best wizards and sorcerers of the Empire part of the royal family. Wizard magic is tradition.
Right.
As is sorcerer. There is a growing divide between the two, but I do not know how this information is relevant. I am sorry. I have not been around people in a long time.
No, it's very helpful. Thank you. Perhaps there's another place. Where did the wizards and sorcerers learn this spell from, or this ritual? Is there other places, other people that would know it?
The Undying Emperor increases his knowledge with every world the Empire comes in contact with and conquers.
All right, so it was definitely people of high level magic.
All magic belongs to the Imperial family, and the Undying Emperor gets his due.
So it's probably another place that we can do it. Just have to find the right race of folks that knew this magic.
I suppose, but there are many worlds that have paid the price.
I'll have to ask Donovan. He might have heard of something like this.
Who is this Donovan?
He's a new companion that joined us.
Ah,
It's a fellow that sings to the gods.
I see. I am not a religious man.
They respond. They listen. They appear.
I know there is something going on in the multiverse. It is not good.
Ragnarok.
My other half thought that, well, in chaos comes opportunity.
Unfortunately, that is true, but not the good type of opportunity. So,
Sadly, I must agree with you, Lemuel.
If it's not a bother to you, I believe that this Ragnarok that's coming is, well, there's never-ending winter outside of here.
That
Vosgard
doesn't sound good.
No, and unfortunately, a lot of people are starting to freeze and starve. I was hoping to use this place to create food and start providing food for the people outside.
You're going to bring people here?
Perhaps just farmers. I'm still trying to understand.
There's not a lot of sun here, Lemmy.
Lemmy's trying to figure out if his control weather would work here.
Yep. One way of doing it is try, but you can
Yeah,
change
just-
the weather.
Sunny.
Okay, so you clear the mist and turn up the heat.
Yeah.
Give me a knowledge nature.
This is gonna severely change the way that things work here, but I can also dispel it. Right?
Give me a knowledge
Right
nature.
Maybe I can just recast it and bring it back to how shitty it was. Hold on, 1d20 plus... Oh, it's 11, I remember. Very low number. 30.
30?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna kill a lot of the plants.
Alright, do it again to bring it back the way it was.
Okay.
We'll just have to find the right plants to grow here in this environment that could produce food.
I
Perhaps
am
berries
not
and
much
nuts
of a
might be the best.
farmer, but some of the best farmers in the Imperium are based in Agria.
We're gonna go there too. But yeah, not sure where to put people, man. People are starting to
Unfortunately,
freeze.
the type of farming that Vargon was into was more of a nefarious sort.
Right. Well, there is food here. We just need the right amount. And really, what the food is, we just have to decide. Can Lemmy with that 30 figure out what kind of plants would grow here? That would produce
So
food?
that 30 was, don't make it sunny in the place where things are growing where it's not terribly sunny. All the ferns and everything would die. Yeah, you could Lemio could try to find plants that would grow. It's a bit of experimentation.
There are plants. There are parts of Vosgard that are like this.
Yep.
Go there, find the ones that produce food, grab a ton of them, and bring them here. That'll change things, but at least you'll have some food produced.
Okay, so now you've cleared out the refuge. The alchemist assures you that there are no other problems here, and given that he is the goodness of Vargon, he seems kind of trustworthy.
Right. All right, so let's get out of here. Marty, and the thing I was going to ask was, I've got my followers and I've got all of the Stemaglen folks, ex-Stemaglen folks, back in Arthursate. But are all of them? Do all of them have to work there to make it a to farm it? Like, or are there like? Can I bring some here?
You could, but you also have followers in Dvergholme. There are some of the Esclav that follow Lemmy. I haven't updated the follower sheet in a long time, but
It's been a while.
let me have a look.
Have a few hundred druids here.
Dude,
maybe
you
200
don't
druids?
have hundreds of druids.
Shh. It's okay, Marty.
Your followers consist of Luck, Joyleaf, two pixies, Sabin, Grady, Shayshan, the Druids of Stemaglen. There are 4 5th-level druids that follow you. The Acolytes of Yggdrasil are 2nd-level druids that are in Runeshod, and there are 4 Esclav riders. So even if you double those numbers, there's not hundreds. There are a few. And then I've got a question mark here. Plus 3 trolls.
Yeah, they're on the egg. I gotta go find them. I'll bring those guys here.
So you don't have hundreds. You have hundreds. You have maybe 150 hit dice, but you could have some of the Esclav riders or your druids try to figure out what to grow here.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yep, you can order your followers to go. The thing I need to know is where does the Sleeping Knot club end up? Who are you? Because that's the secret of getting in and out, right?
Might give it to Slobbers and have Slobbers stay. I don't know Slobbers at all.
Okay, so you
Nope.
take the group of you back to
Dvergholme.
back to Dvergholme.
Yep.
There's a group of you that went to Vosnsaga.
Yep.
And let's.
Donovan, Midwick, and Altagar.
Okay, I'm gonna switch maps again.
See, this is a good group. These are good splits in the group, in the party. A caster, melee guy, and long range. There we go. You know, a couple of. I wonder how much move Earth does. Because we can really make some
Earth move?
move Earth or whatever it's called. Ooh, I think it's 5th.
The first time Marty preps something,
I know.
or the first time he chooses not to prep something because we told him we were going to do it, is the time that we actually do it.
Dirt. 750.
I switched back to the map because we haven't looked at it in a while. So the map of Vosgard. The Sleeping Knot is where?
West.
Here, near Odin's Fall.
Mm-hmm.
And then you teleport back to Dvergholme, which is here. I'll make sure I'm showing it properly. Yeah, Dvergholme is over here, north of Carrickfarn, a lake in the mountains. And then a group of you have teleported all the way down to Vosnsaga.
We didn't ever go to the Vault of Thorns, did we?
Nope.
No. Let me just go in an afternoon and figure out what's going on here. I'll take all that crap and leave.
Missouri Low is actually in Dvergholme. That is the blue dragon boat.
Yes.
As Donovan, Midwick, and Altagar go to Vosnsaga
Mm-hmm.
This is
to
on
go visit with the king.
Greetings, your bad shittiness. How was your crazy today?
Let's just call it amped. Not Ukher. I need Midwick.
Azildan's father definitely needs a firm spanking.
with a hammer.
It might be with a Jotengranner, it might be with a whip. We don't know which. But he's at least deserved himself that much.
Evander the Fimbulwinter is there. Do we have 2 Donovans? Yeah. I'll just kill one of the Donovans.
What happened?
Nothing.
Who died? What?
Nothing.
Huh? that's such a cool pick.
Which one? Which one are we on?
Scald. I bet you're a bard.
You met him before. He watched Galeth's fight in the pit.
Oh yeah, he was the guy we threw stuff at him.
Oh, the guy we silenced and we messed him up.
The guy we dicked with.
Yeah.
Okay, you arrive in Vosnsaga. Where did you teleport specifically to, Donovan?
Like right outside the king's throne room.
Okay, so in the Bubark Arch, just outside of Vosnsaga, where the king's throne room, right outside his throne room, or right outside the castle?
The main hall, like not outside the castle, like by the doors to the main hall.
So you teleport, and you guys almost teleported into people, as there is this really long line of what look like nobles, warriors, peasants alike in this massive line. There are guards everywhere, and you can see you overhear somebody being announced as they're being brought into a large hall that you haven't. No, it's the throne room, but the throne room seems to be a bustle with activity.
Excuse me, sir. What's going on?
I'm here.
Oh, it's fealty day.
Knowledge local.
Oh, just teleport me the hell out of here.
I'll plane shift you to someplace fun. Knowledge local Vosgard?
Sure.
I'll at 24.
I
take 10.
So it's... Yes, there sometimes are ceremonies where lords will require fealty of warriors that join his cause. Usually this is done when a man becomes... like a boy becomes a man. But it looks like, from the look of it, all walks of life are in this massive line.
Any Imperium here?
No.
Let's just hide those guns then. Regardless, let's hide those. Actually, yeah, Midwick's wearing robes. Using the.
Nobody comes to like. There was sort of a as Altagar and others appeared. There are some guards that are looking at you, but they announce some warrior's name from some province or Sicil nearby, and he strides.
Is there a back room to this?
He strides into
the hall.
There probably is.
Do I know where it is?
You know approximately where it might be.
Okay, let's go to the back room on the other side. Dimension door over there.
So you dimension door. You're kind of in a back chamber. There's a well-made conference table kind of thing with chairs all around it and maps of Vosgard with these really nice, like almost like chess pieces, but you don't know where the board is. Really nice paperweights made out of ivory and other things. There is some intelligence back here if you studied the maps for a while. There are no guards back here. There is a low-burning fire and a hearth. And you're pretty sure on the other side of the door there's an antechamber that is right behind the king's throne.
Okay. We're just gonna... Wow. Donovan's gonna sort of switch his robes to something more... His clothing to be something more fitting to the situation, something more Vosgardian style.
Give me...
These people like pelts.
give me perception check.
Okay. 26. I rolled a 5.
Kneel before the High King of Vosnsaga, the King of all of Vosland, ordained by the gods as the true king of the people of Vosgard, the king of Linnorms, the master of all beasts and men upon this world. And you
Take a look at that crown.
You may think that there's like a ceremony. You can hear some muttering. like somebody is swearing fealty.
Yeah.
Take this armband, wear it, and any oath sworn upon it, know that it is your king. You're only catching parts of the There's some sort of oath ceremony going on.
Hey Don, remind me again. Are we here to give this guy good news or bad news?
I don't know if we're here to give
We're
him
just
any
here to
news.
look at him. Just keep listening. We want to know what that thing does, right?
The power of Lenorm's courses through our king's blood. Know that his rule shall be eternal.
So glad we did that for him.
It might just be words. Well,
Yeah, it's not. Morphar worked for like a month on that thing. There's no way.
that's a month, more like 6.
Well, that
What the hell's
goes to
more
show
far?
He's the
Donovan
big guy
is
with
just
black
taking.
lipstick.
Donovan's taking the time to point at like 4 items on Altagar that all took more than a month to make. That's a month. That's a month. That's a month.
yeah, Midwick's doing like, this was 3 months.
Oh yeah, so
Well,
yes, if we wanted to retire on our own island and our own plane, we would use Midwick's armor. That would be what we would use, or his guns.
You hear a bunch of warriors kind of crying out, "In the name of Odin, all hail High King Ogmund!"
It's very interesting.
High King Ogmund the Undying.
I wonder.
High King Ogmund the Eternal.
They are being very loud.
should we knock?
What are we here for?
Well, we're here to figure out the status of the king. The king seems to have much more vigor.
If he's crazy, why don't you just put heal on him?
There's multiple forms of madness. There's illness in the mind, and then people who are indeed mad in action or thought.
Yeah, I know what crazy is. Anyway, if
You're-
we're here just to see what the crown looks like.
What are the perception checks from the others? I'm assuming you're You're kind of back here listening. You can creep into the antechamber right behind the throne room and maybe get a better view, or a better hear. You're kind of 2 rooms away at this point.
Midwick
I got a
can-
24.
Okay.
Midwick can stealth.
Are you going to listen or no?
Yeah, I'm looking for my perception.
Your perception is plus 20.
Thank you. Just found it. Oop, 38.
Sire, Heroes of Aegis were spotted in the hall.
Crap, not hiding anymore.
All right, everybody, put your hands on your hips and look like you're ready.
Just all of us hum this.
Excellent! I demand the presence of the Heroes of Aegis.
The fuck did he say? Kicks in the door.
Is Altagar kicking the back door and coming into the throne
kicks
room?
the door in.
Well, apparently the king gets what he demands. So
The guards go spilling backwards. Their halberds are now
Somebody
halberds
call.
now pointed towards Altagar as he goes in. The king just simply sits in his seat and he stiffens his head. Oh, the crown is splendorous. It looks like he has much youth and vigor back in his old bones as well.
Donovan is going to quicken a arcane sight.
Okay. There is something impressive about the way the King High Ogmund is sitting. He is definitely a king. Altagar, give me a will save.
All right. Enchantment charm.
Yeah, I would consider this enchantment charm.
All right. Oh, that goddamn thing. Altagar, wrong character. Altagar's got a plus 17,
He's
plus
a-
19.
He's a monk.
34?
Okay. You still have. What's your int score?
My int score is 10.
Okay, you're actually not entitled to a saving throw.
Oh.
You are too dumb.
He commands the obedience and fealties of creatures within his gaze. He is your high and true king.
Aren't you glad you made this for him and got things?
Don't you want a fancy crown?
Nope.
You don't want a fancy crown?
Oh, we also
Don't you want
have
a pretty hat?
a new miniature for Altagar. Give me a second, let me find it.
Oh, that's
put the
right,
good
yeah.
one on. Put the good one on. Put on the new one.
But I'm don't. So apparently, the king also took over all the old.
This
the
looks like
orcs and-
such a demon. Look at this.
This is
Demon.
King Altagar. Ah, you look different, my friend. Come. Kneel before
have no
you.
choice.
Kneel before me, is what he says.
Ah, crap.
The wielder, he can command the obedience and fealty of creatures.
Interesting.
Okay.
How smart do you have to be to get a will save?
12.
Oh, Altagar. You dumbass.
Marty,
Yep.
this item blows up both of Mark's characters because they're both dumb. Oh, Mark, you don't want to fight the king one-on-one with either of your dudes.
Azildan does, because I'm sure there's a range on that.
Actually,
Are
yeah,
any of the other heroes? Ah, Donovan, come. Stand before the High King. It is fealty day. It is time for you to swear allegiance, and for the Heroes of Aegis, receive your armband. And he goes to the bard and says, "Do you have the special ones prepared?" He actually whispers to the bard. The bard
Perception?
nods.
Right. So I got arcane sight. up.
Marty.
Do I get a will save?
Will saves?
Yes.
I'm using my balanced armor.
No,
35.
it's not. That's my charisma. Never mind.
If it's a bard thing, even more.
Is this fear, despair, illusion,
It's enchantment.
It's enchantment.
enchantments? Okay, so not that much. Hopefully.
So
this
what we
is
need to do is lobotomize Altagar so he becomes immune to enchantments.
Damn it! 26.
He already doesn't need to sleep or eat or breathe.
26.
26
Basically,
makes it. 26 makes
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
Alright,
basically a construct.
right on.
His crown is amazing. It is made from the horns of all the Linnorms that you've killed, and then some of the teeth are along the bottom parts, and the horns are they fit his head perfectly. Perhaps it's magical. Well, yeah, it's definitely magical.
Okay.
Donovan, it is not giving off any magic. This thing,
No, it's an
this thing
artifact,
is an
obviously.
artifact that lay upon the brow of the king. The king looks
all right.
20 years younger. He is full in his armor. He's got a golden breastplate on with dancing Linnorms on it.
Does the king have any spells acting upon him?
The throne itself that he's sitting upon is made from the skulls and bones of the Linnorm. And you noted that the king has already changed his personal banner. Donovan, kind of being a style guy, he has changed his sigil to that of something about like Linnorms. You know how in like heraldry you've got dragons. He's got Linnorms as a symbol. These golden multi-headed Linnorms.
There's a slight variance in the proportions to make them more meaty looking, to make it Linnorm as opposed to a dragon.
How many
we kill the
Linnorms went into
three-headed
this into this crown? How many different Linnorms?
All of them. Give me a second.
Did
Ukher's got
we
the list
kill
on
the
the sheet.
three-headed? Did we kill the two-headed? Oh,
Then-
we did.
and
the
then you
water
added
one.
the Tor to it as well, right?
Yeah, we brought him 7. I think we were tasked with bringing 6 different bits of Linnorm, and I think we brought 7.
Okay.
I deleted the list off of my sheet because everything was crossed off.
I still have something called Linnorm hunting. Wait a second.
I had a
Okay.
I had a list as like a shopping list. Strike through.
Linnorm's only showed up like 10,000 times in this campaign, so.
Yeah.
There was
Hunt. Oh,
a Tega
here, hunting
Linnorm,
Linnorm.
an Ice
There's
Linnorm,
Tharglawassa, Vintergall, Nekgar, Duskargod,
Tarn, Fjord, Crag,
Crag.
Karn,
Dubs.
and then
Yeah.
Tor. That's 8 Linnorms, and one of them was 2-headed. So his sigil is a 8-necked Linnorm with one of the Linnorms actually splitting. So there's 9 heads on the sigil.
Hail Hydra.
It is effectively a Linnorm Hydra.
Hail Hydra. All right.
What is this new crown that you wear upon your brow? He's asking Altagar.
Speaking to you, Altagar.
Is he referring to my horns?
Yeah, the horns and the yeah.
Yeah.
They come from the dead spirit of a titan.
Fair enough.
All right.
Kneel before your High King, and you can see the Fimble Spirit Bard is taking carefully out of these dark wood boxes. This really eldritch magical bracer. It's like a bracelet.
Donovan is using his 120-foot range detect magic ability to identify these things.
Okay, give me a knowledge. Give me a spellcraft to identify.
Okay. Spellcraft.
My dog's going shit.
Why is my... Oh, that's Ukher's. No, I don't want to use Ukher's spellcraft.
No, you don't.
Why can't I figure out what a pencil from a pen is?
All right. 38.
38. Okay.
Is it cares?
Yes, there is an enchantment effect. There is an effect where you can't take them off. You're pretty sure that he's used Linnorm bone in part of its crafting.
Okay.
The king commands Altagar to remove his bracers to put this thing on.
Okay. My sense motive is plus 42. Do I know Altagar's under an enchantment?
Yes.
Does I think that I can counter this enchantment through a basically bardic counter song type effect?
Question.
I think the answer is no, because
Yeah,
all I
it's
do
not
is give him my saving throw and he doesn't get a save.
Correct.
But it's not like Adam knows it doesn't. Does
Nope.
Donovan
Altagar is just dutifully doing stuff as if he considers the High King his absolute sovereign. Okay, is what he says. He's taking off his +4
okay.
brawling bracers.
Oh, he really... Well, those are really...
Let's go. What are you doing? You need these.
Okay.
Midwick's gonna pick them up.
Okay, yeah, he hands them to Midwick. The bard glances at Donovan.
Give me. Give me a second.
Have I put on the bracelet of ultimate bondage?
No, rape.
No, he basically told you to remove your bracers, so you've removed your +4 brawling bracers and handed them to Midwick.
Okay.
The bard has come forward with this large
Donovan
bracer.
is going to use a mythic point.
Yep.
Okay.
To... Oh, this is going to be so bad. Cast anti-magic field.
Oh, okay. Oh, Midwick's just looking at you like, what the fuck?
Initiative.
I'm taking that crown. Taking that crown and taking over the hill giants. I'm just gonna walk in and take over the hill giants.
Well, how big of a giant do you need to get before they have an average intelligence higher than 12?
Thanks, Foxfire. Can Foxfire use a hero point to make him not do this?
6.
What I
I'm
should
just
have
going to
done
remove
is
the
done-
vampiric gargoyles, and we'll add Midwick. Do you have a +14 initiative? What the fuck's going on there?
Yeah, that's normal.
He's worried about fighting the. He's trying to out initiative the.
Pretty boy.
Ah.
The guy, the fast guy.
And yes, he
Fast
has.
guy.
You cannot tell. The answer to your question earlier, Donovan. You cannot tell if there are any spells running on the king.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually,
there is strong magic coming off the chair.
Yeah,
and
I
you
should've got
think
a mind blank going.
sitting in the chair actually has mind blank. So the king is actually sitting right now. I'm going to give him the partial prone state. And I'm going to find the best guards in the kingdom are in this room. There are 12 of them. 6 of them. So let's find some 12th level fighters. Whoops, did I say that loud? We'll call it the High King.
I didn't make him do it. It was a good idea.
Guard.
I didn't realize that they would pop off because, like, Ukher will destroy this castle from space if he wants to.
The Thimble Scald, you know, is mythic.
He didn't seem mythic last time we met him, but I guess he's had time to level up.
Yeah, he
I
was.
want to kill people here. Like, the frig are you doing?
What am I doing? You're right, what am I doing?
What are you doing?
We're keeping Altagar becoming a slave. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, we're saving Altagar. Altagar is my
We'll get rid of
my
him.
daddy.
We'll get rid of spells.
All right, initiatives. I'm going to roll for the High King because he's got some cool powers. 15. He's going to...
Oh, sorry, I have a 12 already. I rolled that. I just need to put
The High King Guard, get an 11. The Thimble Scald. Gonna get a 14.
6.
Altagar.
I rolled a 6.
Okay.
Altagar, is there room for me in your backside? Because I'm really no good in an anti-magic field.
And the Midwick. Oh, fucking Midwick's here.
14.
Guess who's good in an anti-magic field?
14. Oh, anti-magic.
My initiative
field?
is actually 16.
So,
What's the range of this?
it
Like, what's
moves
the
with-
radius? Adam, what's the radius?
It's a 10-foot radius.
Oh, I'm out of it. Good.
Donovan needs to be near Altagar. And I have to look to see what Donovan can do that's extraordinary.
Okay, all of these guards have, we'll say, bastard swords and shields.
For frig's sakes.
They're all in heavy armor as well.
Okay. I do have some powers that work extraordinarily.
Yeah, keeping Altagar from becoming a slave, that's
Yeah.
really important.
Yeah.
Midwick, what are you doing? You notice that there was this hostile crackle of magic, and Altagar is shaking his head like something is completely wrong. Keep in mind you don't have your
Fuck's
bracers
sakes.
on. They are in Midwick's hands at this point. The Thimble Spirit's like, his eyes grow wide, and he glances at Donovan as he's scrambling backwards. He knows what you did, and there's a 10-foot radius, which I'm assuming you're kind of doing so that you're trying to get all of Altagar.
Are we killing the king?
I think we're killing the king.
Fuck it. All right.
He tried to mind slave our Altagar.
All right. And actually,
you're not allowed to mind slave our Altagar.
mind slave all of us.
So yeah,
Well,
there's the king is not in the. If you want to get all of Altagar, he's not in it.
I just need to get some of Altagar for him to be anti-magic. Isn't that how most of it works?
Wait, didn't?
Or do I
Who
have
did you
to?
cast it on?
I have to. It's centered on me. It's always centered on me. Yeah.
Are we killing
It's
the
fine.
fucking king?
Yeah.
All right. Fuck's sakes.
Well, you guys should make decisions on your own, unless you're yelling out "kill the king," because there's.
No, if you yell that out, then you're on your own. I will standard action get rid of this spell and teleport out of here.
So please
Yep.
roleplay
No
your
problem.
characters. Altagar is also lawful good, so
So Midwick doesn't exactly know what the hell is going on. So Midwick's gonna go.
anti-magic field suppresses any spell, magical effect used within, brought into, or cast into the area.
It does not dispel it.
So I'm going to drink up my good stuff to not get my arse kicked.
Yeah, I would rule that he just has to be touching it. 5 feet has to be overlapping. Okay, so are you including the king or not?
I will include the king.
He looks pissed.
It's good for him.
Does he look older now?
He does sort of sag a little bit in his armor. Midwick, what are you doing? Midwick, do you understand what is
double
going
drinking.
on? Do you know
What's
that
your sense
Altagar
motive?
was charmed and then
My I know he was charmed.
DC
My
20
sense.
sense
DC 20
motive?
sense motive.
Yep.
Oh yeah, let me.
Because Altagar is a lawful person. He does
He would do this sort of thing.
he does the same thing to almost like it took forever for him to loosen up around Lokrik, for example.
Oh crap! I need
Yeah.
to roll a 19.
Okay.
Nope, I have
So
no idea.
You
what's
did
going
not
on.
know that Altagar was charmed. You just saw him putting on this armband. Do you have knowledge local Vosgard to understand, or any sort of skill to understand what this symbolizes?
Nope.
Okay. You've seen warriors wandering around with armbands before. And then give me a spellcraft check to know if you understand what Donovan just cast.
Fair enough.
The DC is 27.
Nope.
Okay. So everyone's
Midwick doesn't know what's going on. It's just stuff happened. Mid's like, He's drinking. Midwick's drinking.
Okay. Fimbulwinter. Arrest this man for casting magic in the presence of the king! And he is going to 5-foot step away.
I take my AOO.
Yeah, Altagar, you actually
That you were compulsed.
stupidly. And it's now like Donovan said a thing or like did a thing and you feel weird, like all of your magic's not working. The Fimbulwinter took a 5-foot step. You take AOOs when you're flat-footed. When
does.
people 5-foot steps.
And he also takes AOs
Wait,
a 5-foot step away from him.
If someone 5-foot steps away when they're adjacent to me, I get an AOO.
Okay. Does that also happen when you're flat-footed?
Yes.
Yes, I have combat reflexes.
Got it. Okay. So the Fimble Spirit is incurring an AOO as he's 5-foot stepping away, or the Bard of the Fimble Spirit.
The Bard of the Fimble get
Yeah.
punched in the head. The Bard of the Fimble
I just
sit
gotta
down.
recalculate my CMB without my
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still pretty good. Plus,
That's fine.
yeah.
I'm just going to find a high-level bard stat for you.
I could tell you what my CMD is without magic. It's crap. 50.
It's 51. 51 on my trip attempt.
Okay. He is going to use Mirror Dodge.
He can't. He's in an anti-magic field.
Oh,
So-
in the 5 feet he was
Yeah,
incurring
yeah.
the AOO in.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay, fine.
You're in trouble.
Oh, I know Donovan is going to get the absolute shit kicked out of him by guys with bastard swords in a second here.
Altagar is also using lunge this
Okay.
round.
Or
So
on
I take my-
Altagar's turn, you have to.
Oh yeah, on my turn. That's right. I'm still taking my 2 AOOs for him falling right in front of me.
Okay. He automatically falls, or is it a 1 and he fails?
He just fell. Yeah.
Okay.
He rolled a 51.
So you stick out your foot and drop him as he's like, arrest him!
Trip him and throw him down in front of me, and then stomp on him a couple times. All right. Again, I just got to recalculate a couple things here. It's -5.
This went sideways so fast.
20.
First round.
No,
You just put on the bracelet.
No. You can't have our Altagar.
He's your king, though.
He
He's not
took
my king.
He's Altagar's king.
101 points of damage.
Oh. Oh.
How you feeling, buddy?
Not good.
Do you want to stand from prone? Do you want to stand from prone there, buddy?
Is that from
Go
one
and
attack or
find
2?
out what the crown does.
2.
Here's the crown.
The second attack only did 44 damage.
Okay, so he doesn't have to make a save versus death or anything like that. He is... Give me a second.
Really effed up.
If he did face punch training...
As
As
a
a
con
high-
item or all that stuff, it's not there no more.
Yeah,
Face punch training. Face punch training!
This is where it's like, why is my Windows key not working? There we go. Oh god, that's so low. He's bloodied.
He's still got a move left, or a standard.
You punch back. You try to trip Altagar. You cry.
Well, crying is probably... What do I do? Like, bards are not...
Dude, all my powers that I have that are extraordinary come from friggin'
Okay,
he can do a knowledge check. That's extraordinary.
He tried to move. He tried to 5-foot step. He's got a standard and a move left.
Yes.
And then
He can take a total defense action. That's what I'm planning on doing on my turn.
Yeah, he takes a total defense action, and then it's a move action to crawl away.
That provokes Neo.
Yeah, so he's...
He 5-foot steps, so he can't crawl.
Oh, right, he doesn't have any movement left.
He could stand up, though.
And mythic points are supernatural or extraordinary?
Give me a second. The extra action part, the amazing initiative is extraordinary.
Okay, so he's going to spend...
He's a 3rd tier.
He's going to go...
Oh yeah, it's a near dodge, so of course
he goes full defense. He then
Good luck with that shit.
crawls, incurring an AOO.
Does he want to?
Over here.
Does he want to
Away.
take a total defense, stand up, and then try to walk away, or it's up? It's all good.
He gets it's the same number of AOOs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
he's crawling away. He just took 100 point of damage. He, as part of his
Okay.
move, however, he did draw a blade. Like he's got a short sword. No, long sword. And he's crawling away from Altagar.
AC 41.
With my full defense in anti-magic. Yeah, you hit.
Alright. 37 points of damage.
You're doing the correct amount of damage, right?
You don't have your bracers and you're an anti-magic field.
Oh, no, I took all that stuff off, but what I didn't take off is the...
Mighty fists.
no, not the Mighty Fist, is the robe.
The
Sorry,
robe.
3d6, not 3d8.
And then the increased size isn't there because that's a magical effect.
The increased So I'm smaller?
Oh, wait a second. That is still there, and so is your twisted deformity.
Okay.
Oh, that is because those are artifacts.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, so his artifact's still kicking. Huh?
Okay, so
Great.
I'll redo all the damage. So it should be 3d6, not 3d8. I think.
So just roll the 1, 2, 3 hits. So just 9d6.
Yeah. 9d. So instead
28.
28
And
plus-
we subtract 9. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, 25, 25, 32. So give him 4 hit points back.
So he should have taken how much damage total when he got smacked?
He should have taken 28 plus
28 plus-
28 times 4.
Yeah.
So
Okay, 112.
100, yeah.
Yeah, 112.
Okay.
You know what our report back is going to be? Get a bad saying.
All right, so he's got his blade up, and his magic is back.
I think Donovan is gonna thunk him because he did provoke it from Donovan as well.
Yep. Did Donovan have a weapon out?
Donovan has a staff,
Okay.
so we're gonna hit him with the stick. we're at that part of the night where we're hitting people with sticks. No, Donovan hasn't had initiative yet. He's flat.
Okay. Donovan.
Donovan is going to 5-foot step over here, and his aura goes with him.
Okay.
Screw you, Bard.
Welcome to the House of Pain. I'm glad I'm not in that.
Donovan is then going to beguiling voice the
How?
because my maestro abilities are extraordinary.
Maestro. Maestre.
Are you kidding me?
He hasn't gone yet. Oh.
Here, 1 second. I'd just like to see fascinate because I don't know if because it's the first round of initiative, so I might be able to fascinate guards.
Can lull a target into taking no action. This ability acts like Daze spell, except it is language dependent, has a duration of 1 round, and affects a living creature whose hit dice do not exceed your sorcerer level. It is extraordinary.
Give me 1 second. I might. I have to check the bard power fascinate, because I could also do that. First level bard can use performance to cause 1 or more creatures to become fascinated with him. Each creature fascinated must be within 90 feet and able to see and hear the bard. The bard must be able to see. The distraction of nearby combat or other dangers prevent this ability from working. Yeah. Altagar punching somebody in the face probably keeps people from being fascinated with how shiny Donovan's hair is.
Right.
Okay, Donovan is
but
going to...
beguiling voice is hilarious for inside a magic circle.
Yep. So Donovan is going to beguiling voice King Ogmund of Vosnsaga.
Basically, he's doing the puny god scene, Hulk versus Loki, exactly. He's just kind of like tips him, arrest him, and he tips over the bard, and kicks him. Bard's crawling away, kicks him again. He basically kicked him against the wooden wall, and he came crashing down with his sword in his hand.
Puny god.
It's not quite with that vehement though. I don't think.
Yeah. The puny god scene is so good. Like it's.
Puny god.
All right, Donovan, what are you doing? King Ogmund's looking at Donovan like this anger crossing his face. Like, how dare you?
We didn't even buff.
Madness has taken you. I'm going to beguiling voice him.
Who?
DC 27, but I have to subtract 2 because my charisma item doesn't work.
Who are
So
you
DC
beguiling?
The king. 1 second. The Vander of Fimbulwinter looks like he's indisposed. There's a bunch of Vosgardian warriors. I'm hoping Altagar will save me. Nobody else in this room looks like a caster or something of like imminent threat.
There
Maybe
doesn't look like there are
fireball.
any casters, but you did see, like, there were maybe 6 more of these warriors just outside the door. Like, they're in the hallway with the rest of the people.
Yeah. I'll try it on King Vosgard, the
Okay.
King Osmond, because I like him.
What's your caster level?
My caster level for this is 14.
Your words mean nothing to me, is what he says.
I spend a mythic point for an extra standard action to take a total defense.
As the king could be more than a 14th or higher level aristocrat.
He could be worth more XP than that.
High King Ogmund of Vosgard
Right.
stands from prone from his throne.
Hey,
Altagar.
whoa!
Give him the love.
Altagar, are you punching the High King?
He's punching the High King, who tried to enslave him or do something that was not nice. He's already prone, so so I have to punch him. I can't trip him. All right, there we go. AC 45.
Yeah, you describe how you're throttling the king.
He grabs the king by the throat
Yep.
and just starts bashing against the back of his throne. Like,
Okay.
You try to do what to me?
so 38 points of damage.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts, High King. Oh.
High King Ogmund.
Are you tripping him, or is this just you taking?
You
a
can't
row?
trip him.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't trip him. He was
Well,
prone.
you might be able to because he's partial prone. Could you make him all the way prone? Use it -2 prone, not -4
Upside
prone.
down in the seat.
No. Well, no.
Okay.
Can you trip someone while they're sitting? Yes, you can, because he was only partial prone.
Then can I make a trip attempt? That can be one of my AOs.
Sure, just don't roll a 1.
Yeah. Otherwise, it negates everything, I guess.
Because all that magic he's got on me, Donovan needs to die.
No, Donovan doesn't need to die. Oh, I feel like Lemmy. This is how Lemmy must feel. Oh God.
Shitty.
Damn it!
Feels like shit,
wrong
doesn't
one.
it?
Sorry, guys.
946. Does
1d2000.
946 count?
Yes. Many times.
Is he dead yet?
Oh, no.
Oh my god!
So you tried to grab King Ogmund, and he somehow twisted a little bit, and you caught the end of his shirt, which means you did no damage to him.
Is there a way to get this guy to reroll?
He stood up from prone, then he's going to 5-foot step away from all this. That also incurs an AOO, right?
No, because
No?
he wasn't adjacent to me.
Okay. He then is going to call upon the crown to breathe a breath weapon.
He's gonna kill like 3 of his guys.
He'll 5-foot step there. He's going to breathe a line. I believe Donovan and Altagar are protected.
Yep.
But Midwick is not. So let me just
Does it
look up.
have to go through the area? Or...
If you look at the thing, it doesn't.
Oh, it
block.
doesn't?
It just
Really?
suppresses
Okay.
in the area.
Yeah,
The
okay.
magic sort of whooshes through.
Yeah,
That's
he doesn't
interesting.
know that. He seems to
Yeah.
he seems to be really upset that he's not burning Donovan. He's looking at Donovan. He knows that Donovan did something wrong. And let me just look up the Tor Linnorm breath weapon.
Please, oh please, baby G's. This is not what Donovan is so vulnerable right now.
It's not quite as powerful as the Tor Linnorm breath weapon, but it is a line of fire. It's a cone. No, I won't make it a line. 96 points of flame and ash.
Oh, I'm reflexing that.
DC 30 reflex save.
Is it a mythic source? Yes, it's a mythic source.
Yep.
Never mind. What am I even talking about?
Hey,
Hey guys, what did you guys do? Oh, we beat up some chump vampires. What did you guys do? We took over a kingdom. You're welcome.
31! I'm taking half of that.
Okay, you take 45, 48 damage.
Do you know what? This is really good because these are all the guys who are a mythic rank behind everybody else.
Yeah.
Hey, we're catching up.
So he stood, he 5-foot stepped, he's standard, he's going to... use a mythic point to get an extra standard action. he's going to
Throw the
activate